So what are you doing?
I'm losing the screw.
Go back to this.
I couldn't find this missing screw.
Well, I told you it was right there, man. You don't believe me?
No.
Fat fingers out of the way.
We're installing a coil on a Harley.
This is a real technically challenged process here.
It was very important to make sure you did not pinch the wires when you put the cover on the backside.
Got light on the subject.
You could put light on there if you want. That's a big fat wire here.
I was proud of myself. I actually fixed the light that goes under my dash, so when I turn my key off, my light comes on.
Ooh.
In my Jeep. And I bought a canopy to hang off the side of the Jeep.
Yeah. Well, I want to know where Fred was at. You know where Fred's at?
Fred is trying to stay married.
He's behind the camera. I don't like
Yeah,
this.
I met somebody.
I don't like this, Fred.
No, that's not going to work.
You have to do it like this.
I met somebody out somewhere. He goes, "You're the guy. You're the voice in the background, aren't you?" I'm like, "Yeah, I am."
Yeah, that's
He
it.
didn't recognize me.
Okay, we took off the two nuts with no locks and no washers, and we put on a washer and a nut. Put a real coil on there.
And it's a nylock nut.
That's right. Now we purposely did not use the plug wires that come with it. They're pure crap.
Oh, is it really? They're not very good.
So whenever you buy a coil and it comes with plug wires, these are trash. Do they look like plastic? They last like plastic too. They melt at about 130 degrees.
No, it's like a cup of tea.
Yeah, they're just junk. So I have to put real wires on this. But, all right, coil's mounted.
All right.
One
What
more
else?
part done.
What else you working on?
I could have used these nuts, Fred, instead of the ones up there now.
You're gonna burn those or these?
I'm going to burn these ones.
All right.
Okay, here's the screws. New chrome
screw,
ones.
man.
And they have real short thread, and we have to put a spacer in here, so there'll be obvious there'll be no room for to put these on with screws. So what we have to do is weld a nut plate, basically a nut on the back side, so we have a shoulder like right here sticking out.
Yeah, I can see that.
So I'm going to tack weld those on there. I make sure the cover would fit up on there. It looks like it'll be wide enough. I can always lightly widen this a little bit. So I'm going to wind up running a washer on this side against the nut, and then put this large screw on the back side of that. So now I got to tack these on. First I get this cover off, because I don't want to damage the cover. I just got done fitting it.
And all the other stuff around here.
Yeah, we don't care about all the other stuff.
No, I don't care about some of the stuff. Oh, look at that.
I only care about a couple things.
All right, we're gonna weld the frick out of this thing.
Now,
And show them what we're doing.
all the comments about it taking this thing long to work on this bike, the fork's a piece of crap, well, it takes time to fix crap. So there you go. Now, the other question was, how did this happen? No, I did not do that. Fred did it.
I didn't do it. What are you talking
Fred didn't do it either. The owner decided to take the tanks off while I was up front, and about 30 seconds before I got here, I heard a ding, and he took the bolts off of here, and the bolts off of up here, and he was holding the other tank, and this one kind of just went like that, and it kind of hit down in this area. It did one of these, bloop, like that.
about? See, I thought that wasn't.
So when you go to take tanks off, you got to make sure that you leave this bolt back here, at least a couple threads holding it.
Yeah. And somebody's standing there ready to catch it.
That way the tank can't fold out off the bike if it's got one bolt holding it. Then you can pull the top bolt and the bottom bolt out. And then when you're ready, you can take that bolt out and hold this with your hand and pull it off the bike without dropping it. If you're lucky. If you can still drop it, but it's a little bit easier. So I did not do that. Now the neck up here I might have did. I definitely did the nicks right back here. I did those. I'm good at putting nicks on paint because I don't really care about it too much. Just like I'm good at scraping up chrome when I got to recut the risers in the lathe. I'm good at doing
Cut
that.
the risers?
Watch the videos, Fred.
Well, we suspected something was.
It only took about 7 attempts to get the risers on the bike.
How many hours?
3.5 days of time, off and on.
You bent the crap out of this one.
I broke that too, yes. I did that personally because the risers were made
Why do you
wrong.
keep breaking stuff?
Yeah, I broke that too. I haven't glued that back together yet. The glue didn't work. The Gorilla Glue didn't hold that, but the soldering iron will melt it and hold it, stitch it together. So anyway, now we're done explaining why Fred screwed everything all up. we're gonna go ahead and take these nuts. I'm gonna screw them until they just touch. I got the bolt inside the tree where it's threaded, so that'll hold the nut exactly where it needs to be. I'm not really care about the orientation as long as it's there. I'm gonna go ahead and weld it on here and right here, and then I'll spray it silver so it'll at least not look too bad.
Silver?
Yeah, we
In
get
your
silver.
fake chrome?
I have some fake chrome stuff too I could get, but
All right.
I'd have to go find that. Now, the first thing we're gonna use our expensive welding blanket.
Our blankie. We're putting our blankie on. We want to stay warm.
They claim that this does not weld through.
It is getting kind of chilly here. We got to keep the Harley warmed up.
There it is. There's the brown of it, see?
Curtain wall.
Curtain wall.
I think we wheeled and dealed on that, didn't we?
Yeah.
Got it for almost like
It's supposed to be good to like 1800 degrees or something.
one of our trips to Vegas. We got it cheap.
Called SEMA show, yeah.
No, it wasn't SEMA. It was the other one. It was the second time we went to Vegas.
We did it at the,
It was the Tech one.
the Fab Tech show.
Fab Tech. Yeah, that's
Good
it.
show. That's better than
That was a better one.
You got more tools.
Too much disco at SEMA.
Yeah.
I got a call from one of those guys,
Yeah, I get a lot of your emails.
the toolbox guy. He calls me up, it's like, you looked at our toolbox. I was like, did you make the golf club toolbox yet? And he goes, and he kind of hesitates, like, I guess you're not the guy I talked about the golf clubs. Well, let me tell you, some one of you guys need to make a golf club toolbox. And he goes, what are you talking about? I said, dude, everybody, everybody. I know. And you, all you people out there, is like somebody needs to make a toolbox. It'll be 42 to 44 inches long, 16 to 18 inches wide, 22 deep, or 24 deep, depending on the kind of bag you have, and and then make it so it's manufacturable, and people will buy it. Because you got a hell of a lot more golfers, and you got people who've got wrenches and tools and all that other crap. Then they can still use it as a toolbox when their golf clubs aren't in it. Anyhow.
Is that a prejudiced opinion there?
That is my personal opinion, which is an absolute correct opinion. People hate throwing their clubs in the back of their box without them securing them. They don't want to throw them in the back of their seat because they're a pain in the ass to get in and out. So if you build a box,
I know how to fix the problem.
we can fix the problem.
I can throw the golf clubs in the trash and not have to worry about it.
Well, that would be you, not me. No, you need to sell them on.
Bend over, let me check
You
this
need
out.
to sell them on eBay
Fred, bend over to me. Let me adjust this for you.
sell them on eBay for a
Okay,
couple
now
of
if you
grand.
put this on the frame, we're going to
Or a
weld
couple
through the
hundred
neck bearing,
bucks.
so we have to connect this to the fork.
Fork me, man.
I'm thinking that that's a good spot somewhere.
No, you can't
How about right there?
fork me, man. So you don't want it to go through and fuse the bearing in?
Not this week.
All right, we're gonna look the other way while he does that.
We're going to look the other way.
Well, look some other way. You can hear it.
You can hear it, but can't see it.
Yeah.
I can hear it and not see it either. I got it on.
You kind of hear it in the background. Oh, look at that. Big weld.
Good
Big
weld.
old booger.
Yeah, but it's stuck.
Feel better now.
What a pig. Oh,
Looking-
Alan wants to make baseball caps. It's a pincher machine on the front, block lever,
Yeah.
and some kind of crappy ass thing in the back, like 619.
If you don't put,
Do you think that's stupid to do that? Or you
yeah, I think it's a pain. I think it's, especially the type of cap. If you don't get a good cap, it's going to be like.
He wants a vintage ghetto or gangster style cap. Classic.
Are we vintage ghetto?
Wood or wool.
Are we vintage ghetto? I don't know.
A vintage ghetto wool cap. That's what he wants.
All
He
right.
thinks in the room they're going to sell them on.
Yeah, I don't think so. Can hear him welding. We're back. You missed the whole thing. All right, nice shot there. I think you missed it. You missed the point.
I was close.
All right, going the other way again.
I'll just warm it up.
This is the machine.
How much more hard?
Did you connect the two dots? I guess you did. That looks good.
You got one more chance to screw it up.
I do have my safety shoes on. Maybe I'll get some sparks on my feet.
Oh, they don't like your foot fetish either. I didn't really do anything. It looks good, but
What, stop showing them my feet?
no, I can't see when I'm welding. The helmet's too dark. I have to figure out how to adjust this helmet so I can see better. There we go. Yeah, I got it where I wanted to that time.
You gonna do one on the bottom too?
Nah. Leave it off 3.
Back up to the other side. All set. Oh, nice weld.
Not really.
That's being sarcastic.
It's good to the fork, but not to the nut. Tie them together a little bit. Yeah, you gotta be an adjustment on the helmet somewhere for seeing.
Why don't you put on one of those good helmets we bought?
This is a good helmet. Isn't this one of the good helmets?
Well, I don't know. We bought a bunch of good helmets.
Maybe that's the problem, Fred. I thought this was a good helmet.
That's right, you're still driving around in a piece of...
No, it's a good helmet. This is the good helmet. It's got all the fancy shit on it.
All right.
I just moved at something. I hit something. Now watch it blind me.
I don't think you want to come back here right now, Scooby.
Yeah, that's well done. It's probably good.
Might get burned.
Some of this adjustment on this thing where I can actually see what I'm doing. There's too many knobs and dials. Let's see, if we move it to, let's see, plus, we'll go negative. Go that way for grinding. There, that'll probably blind me because it won't darken at all. But I'll be able to see better.
Well, you just got it right.
Well, I do it enough times, it looks like it's supposed to be that way. Fred, there's a fire down
You're
here.
going to do backside?
Fred, there's a fire down here.
Hey. Nice.
It's only a grease covered rag.
Needs an oil change there.
It's only a grease covered rag, so we're okay.
All right.
Now I'm on the backside where I can't see a damn thing.
Cut that a little bit.
Yeah, it was a lot better when you cut it. I could actually see that one a little bit.
Okay.
See, it looks better when you can see it. See? Does that one look better?
Yeah.
It's a little hot though.
Everything's warm, except outside.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's starting to get cooler. It's not
Somebody
cold.
asked why I had a sweater on. Because it's stinking cold in here.
Here. Cutters are back there.
Just looking for them.
You pull it out.
Yeah, I commented back in December it gets cold in San Diego sometimes.
Chilly at night, which is your modus operandi. You don't work during the day when it's warm. You work at night when it's cold. Now, cold for us is what, 65 degrees?
No,
Not, sub-zero and
no, it's not something.
no. 65 degrees is cold for us.
It's probably about 62 in here right now.
Yeah, 62 is cold. Now, 62 back east or up north is,
Warm. Okay, did I do that right, Fred?
well,
How'd my blanket work? It didn't catch on fire like that rag.
hopefully you did everything right. I guess we'll put the tins on and see what
Okay,
happens.
so now we did a test of the blanket. Because it failed the heater test, it melts on the heater.
What heater? Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, you're putting 400 degrees.
Don't wrap the exhaust. It's not continuous heat this is rated for every day.
No.
It's a hell of a lot better than those welding blankets I bought, those gray ones that the weld goes right through. Those were a joke. I bought those at the welding shop. They were a joke. Okay, so now Oh, look at that.
Took it right off.
Look at that, Fred. It still works. That's one of the special locking threads, man.
You're having a lot of boogers on this damn bike.
Yeah, like everything I touch needs to be worked on.
Either cut or
Now we used a nice rusty bolt, that way it has that compound that doesn't stick to weld very well. That special coating?
Yeah, special coating called rust and grime. And
Rust, dirt, and grime, yeah, that's the special coating. Okay, see the chrome's still good there, see, Fred? Okay, now we're gonna do a special paint job. Silver, right?
a custom chrome.
Where's our paint booth at, Fred? Here.
Paint, point it the right way.
What, did I hit something?
That's just what I say. Point in the right direction, you know.
Well, I hit something? I didn't see.
No, you didn't. It's all right.
It looked good from what I
Just
saw.
Fred being funny.
It looked good from this angle I saw.
Yeah.
I don't want to get any paint on this rusty front end, that'd be terrible.
You might put something behind the tree when you paint from front to back.
You may put a rag over here.
Yeah, put something behind the tree when you paint from
Here, I'll
front
put a
to
nice
back.
wide rag too that barely covers anything else. Are you happy, Fred? I thought I did a good job the first
I'm
time.
ecstatic, you know. I'm
I
like
thought I
living-
did a really good job.
I'm
the
living
first
a
time.
dream. I'm living a dream, as I always say.
See, now I'm in a bigger mess because you made me put more on there. See, look, I got some on there.
I don't think anybody's going to see that.
I don't want the
Tatro.
rust to think, I don't want them to think I got paint on my rust. And what about the chrome right there? Clean that off too. Uh-oh, look at that, that's bad chrome. That's where Fred fingered it.
All right, let's
Did I do that right, Fred?
move on. Put your parts on. Get your.
Let me get, you want me to work
How
faster
many?
now?
How many extra hours is this year?
Are you gonna help?
Hmm?
You gonna help?
Am I helping?
Are you gonna help?
I don't know. What are we doing?
Working. How the hell did I get back in there? Can't back over a cord, stuck in the damn thing.
How did he get back there?
I don't know.
Trying to park his welder.
There, you drive right over the cord. How you do it?
Scooby, what are you doing? Find the rat, Scooby.
Water's out of the way. Now I get the toolbox out of the way.
Real classic craftsman there.
No tools, but looks a good show. Get there. Slides easier when it's empty. Okay, what are we doing now?
Putting the tins on,
Oh,
or attempting to put the tins on
attempting
using.
to put the tins. That's the key word. Attempting to put the tins on. So now we're gonna have to attempt to make them fit better. We gotta make room for the washer.
And a dryer.
Yeah, that too. Scooby's gonna help.
You helping Scoob? You helping Scoob? You got any snacks there?
Okay.
Any Scooby snacks?
Scooby snacks. Scooby likes Scooby snacks. There. How's that look, Fred?
That's the problem.
You have a problem?
Oh, look at that. Fits perfect.
No, it doesn't because I need to put washers in there.
Hmm?
I need to put a couple washers in there.
You did it too hard then.
I didn't put enough of relief in it. Could have been it flatter.
Beat it on enough, maybe it'll
We
work.
have to take that thing out they put in there. If I beat on enough, it'll make it better or make it worse.
Well, it appears you're going the wrong direction. About to go the right direction. There he goes. Bend the crap out of it. I mean, sorry. Make the adjustment.
Yeah, I'm bending the crap out of it. There you go. See, it's still in the same spot. Should I put the new screws on it?
That would be a plan.
What do you want, Scooby?
Aren't you missing the back plates too?
I haven't made those fit yet. Uh-oh, scratch the wrong thread.
One thing at a time, right?
They don't fit?
I don't know.
They used to. That's way too fancy to buy for this chrome. Mike said he'd do this himself.
What?
He would do this himself, he said. Save some money.
What?
Put the tins on.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
You're not going for that?
Oh. Well, they might go on, but they would never look right.
Why haven't I do it? Okay, there's two washers. Okay, where's the tins at? This hasn't been manipulated yet.
No? Manipulated?
See, it's all bent.
Yeah. Needs to be manipulated.
Just a little bit. I think it might work though. We'll get a washer. Screw. I want the washer to go back there like that.
Perfect.
Put this right here like this. And somehow we're going to jam this sucker right up its butt, right behind it.
Guess I should come over here where I can see you jamming away. Jamming. Jamming.
Let's see here.
Oh, look at that. Oh, it'll fit right there. Perfect. Look at that.
Almost like it was made for it. See how it's not quite, it belongs here though.
Seems like you're missing the screw hole in the over here too.
Yeah, see how it sticks out too wide back here?
Yeah, and you're not lined up with that screw hole over here
What hole?
at all.
It used to,
Not anymore.
until I moved this way out.
Yep.
Must be out too far now.
Well, something ain't right.
I'm not the same distance as the other one, that's why. Oh well, we'll have to work on that now. This appears to be a little tweaked here too.
I would screw it down, then tweak it back.
Tweak it down. You can't tweak it back when you do that. You can tweak it over here. There's something round in the bend again. Something about the right radius. That's about the right radius.
That's your guesstimated radius.
That's the one.
Probably need to do the same with the top.
Top, I gotta bend it out. Get over it. There it goes.
Did you bend that the wrong way? It's not all. It can't be in. What the hell did you do?
Make it on one side, not the other. You have a top or bottom or both. Get in there. There it is. It's a tough fit there, Freddie.
Mm.
Look how much better it fits in there. This is not the right size.
No, you want the bigger one than that.
It appears to be too small for it.
I think you need a number 4.
Number 4?
Not a number 2, a number 4. Big one.
It's still not quite right, but tighten it up better in there.
And your fancy body tool there.
I'm using the soft side. Okay, now we're only off by that much, Fred. I'll let him handle that. He says he can handle it, so he can handle it.
That's it.
Look at that. Plenty of gas tank clearance and everything.
Looks good. Back to the other side.
Enough for a crappy Harley mechanic? What size is this, Fred?
Big size. Take that little switch off there.
Yeah, we're not. We were getting some negative comments about not having spotlights and turn things on the bike. So I commented back.
You don't need spotlights.
That's not what I said. You'll have to go read the comments yourself.
All right.
And see what the response was to that.
The response was, I can imagine. We'll keep it clean. We have kids in the audience.
No, it was PG rated. That's not the right size.
It's not the right size.
Yeah, but it covers the hole up. Makes it look a little bit better. At least it looks like it kind of belongs there now. Okay, what about this side? Does it fit on this side, Fred? Oh, this is the side that was all screwed up. Look at that, it's all bent. It's not meant the right curve. It's all bent up and sharp. Get that right radius at the bend around, too. Very important to have the right radiuses. That thing's all bent out. Look at that, Fred.
Why did you get all bent out?
A previous application
Previous attempts at
at the previous owner.
installation?
The previous owner had some issues about fitment. See, it's got a little bit of a twist all the way down it.
Excuse me again.
Yeah, you're still okay.
I know.
There, see, it's a little bit better. Okay, now we gotta see if it fits. Oh, I might have went too far. What am I looking at here?
Figure something.
That's been cut.
Something's not right there. Somebody cut the tab off.
Appears that it's been cut at one time.
That's not good. Did you get that screw in too far?
Shouldn't be.
Something's amuck here.
It's got a mucky.
Well, you just went to town putting that screw in. Put it in too far.
It's got some issues.
You mean it's bent?
It's got some tension on it down there. I have to make room for it, see? I
You mean
didn't
it's
fix that.
bent?
See, that didn't get fixed, Fred. It appears it wants to be that way, though. Look at my hammer.
Yeah, our neighbors are hot rodding
Racing
things.
over there? Ooh, look at that. Straightened it right out.
All right.
Watch it bend it back up. Well, look at it, almost fits. Imagine that.
All right.
It looks like they wanted me to have it on the outside, but I like
What the hell?
I like it on the inside better.
What the heck's going on there?
Appears this is bent too.
Guess so.
Yeah, it looks like they want it on the outside edge like that.
They do.
But then you got these titties sticking out. That's stupid. I want those titties sticking out. Didn't appear to want to fit very well.
Well, one side fits really nice, and the other side
Don't fit for squat.
pretty sucks. Pretty well sucks.
Yeah, but if we go on the outside, it doesn't get much better at that. Oh,
Gotta pull it straight out.
I'm trying to. There it goes. Got hooked in there. If you put it on the outside, you get in there that far.
Something's wrong there. Can you go up?
Well, now you can see when the air hits, it's got that big gap in there. I don't like that. I liked it on the inside better. On the inside, it's got a big gap up here, so that doesn't fit either. No matter what, you're gonna have a gap, whether it's inside or outside. But look at these things sticking out. You gotta polish your bike, what's gonna happen?
You're gonna get a big old cut on yourselves.
That's why I don't like them on that side. I like them on this side. And we have to close up the gap. We're gonna have to cut this back a little bit. Beat it in a little bit further and get it to fit.
Could go inside to out.
Way off on our fitment over there. Do we have a gap on that side? It's close, right?
Yeah, it's this side. This side went together really nice. What the hell's going on?
One thing is this cover's not all the way back.
Yeah.
So if you do something like that, move it back further. It helps a little bit.
Beat on it with a hammer.
I still need to get this in here yet. There we go. There you go. See how you do that? That's pretty tight, but if we still got to put this behind it.
Yeah, that's not gonna.
Just open it up a little bit. Just have to give it a little friendly persuasion.
Nope, you dropped your washer.
Yeah, I know. Trying to get this in there better. Here, see, that'll squeeze up just enough to cover it. Yeah, I don't think you can jam that in there first.
Oh, that would work. You can get it to go.
Yeah, if I loosen this stuff up here, it'll probably go easier. That one goes.
Drop something.
I dropped my balls. Oh, shit.
Drop your nut.
My washer.
Your washer.
Where's my bolt at? Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this here.
Gonna start it.
Get this one up out of the way.
All right, I'm gonna have to take a shot from a distance because I gotta take a pause.
You should be taking a shot anyway.
Hmm?
You get too close, you can't see anything. So you don't watch the video, so you don't know how bad your photography is.
Well, there you go. My photography sucks.
Yeah, you've read the comments too, huh?
There you go, folks. I'll be back in a minute.
sort of tightening it. Yeah. The problem with this is that washer is just not helping us at all.
Maybe I shave it down some?
It needs to be a little bit smaller diameter is what it needs to be.
Yeah, I think that's what I meant. Shave it down some. Trim the edges.
There's a tripod over there.
Oh, I can put the camera on that, right?
Yeah, you could.
Thrift store tripod.
Yep. Doesn't want to go in there.
Beat it a little harder. Maybe it'll work.
Form fit it.
Beat it harder.
I beat it harder to flatten it out. I don't want to do that. I need to get the right Allen on here. This is not the right one.
No, too small.
Yeah, I need a bigger one.
And a bigger one.
All right. Here. That's how you do it. It'll be a bitch getting that on and off. Actually, it's form fitted. It won't be a problem. Form fitted.
Dogs.
Fumigation going out front. Dog. Scooby.
Scooby stink.
Oh yeah. Fred, hold this right here. Squeeze it.
Squeeze it.
Okay. Alright, that all has to come back off, put the headlight on there. At least the back panels do, but they're on there. Now he's gonna have to,
Figure out how to put that screw in.
actually this hole just about as, almost as in there. We got 3/4 of a hole on that side, that's pretty good.
The other side's pretty well,
I think it's that washer's doing a lot of it on this side. So when you do that, that's what does it. See over here, Fred? So I beat this in right here and just kind of fold it around.
yep,
And see, it shuts it over where the hole is over here. You
Yep.
get half the hole now.
kind of half a hole.
So now you can just lightly file that out and you put a screw in there. Then it won't make that noise. Alright, we'll leave him something to do.
Okay, we're done for now.
We're not done with that.
We're not done.
We're done with that for now though.
We're done for that.
We'll be back.